This is TWiT.
Starting with a fundamental change to how you experience it. I'll hand it off to Matthias to give you a look.
Now this is the Android bit, right?
Yeah, well, Matthias does design for Android. He was the main guy behind material design.
Right, and material design was the last big update of
That was the last
look.
major update. They've been iterating on that for quite a while now, and we know that Android 12 is going to have a big design refresh.
I/O flower bed, so I would guess Matthias will be in charge,
Yeah. And he's very known for wearing interesting
Look
shirts.
at that.
From the beginning,
That's beautiful.
design has made computers more helpful by making them easier to use, more personal.
Google Vice President
In
of Design.
2014, we introduced material design to address the explosion of mobile phones. It set a new standard for Android apps. And for
It was
Google,
flat.
It rationalized our products simply.
But it did actually
and
change the design language across the board, not just for Google.
Today,
Everybody
the
started
challenge is
doing
even
it.
bigger. Now we're at a moment where computers are showing up in places that we never imagined.
It was
It's
really a
also a
retreat
moment
from skeuomorphism.
People are yearning to express
Which
their
much needed.
individuality and demanding control from their technology. We believe this is a challenge for the whole industry. To acknowledge that emotion is essential and that beauty is personal. To face this challenge, we had to question everything. Instead of form following function, what if form followed feeling? Instead of Google Blue, we imagined Material You, a new design that includes you as a co-creator, letting you transform the look and feel of all your apps by generating personal material palettes that mix color science with a designer's eye and engineering UI elements to respond in real time. We can delight every style.
Your audio's breaking up, Jeff.
A new design that can flex to every screen and fit every device. Your apps adapt comfortably every place you go.
Because theming has been around
A new design
as long as GUIs have been around.
On accessibility.
Yeah, we know with Android 12 there's dynamic theming tied to the wallpaper as one example. So
it's interesting though. This is more than colors. This is changing controls.
Yeah. Right.
No longer defaulting
Interface
to
elements.
one size fits all. Material You is a radical new way to
Can you
think
see sitting
about
down
design.
and doing all this?
We invested years into advancing UI engineering.
That is the
making
challenge
it
with something like
possible
this.
for any
Is great,
app,
you can tweak it all,
not
but do
just
you have the time? Do you have the interest to do that?
Does it
I wonder if
cross
they
apps,
make
too?
it more of an automatic
and stay
experience. You know?
unique and beautiful.
That's a good point, Leo. It
As
doesn't work outside of
designers,
Google.
sharing
He's just said
control
it
of
does.
every pixel is
But the app developer will
terrifying.
have to use Google
perfect
That
standards.
Yeah.
leap of faith is
APIs.
revolutionizing
Yeah.
design
Which is interesting.
across Google. For the first time, we can consider the details of devices
Accessibility,
together with
this
the
is great. You can
pixels
do
on their screens.
Colorblind
We
designs, things like
unify
that.
everything that Google makes through common proportions, textures, and shapes.
Oh, but that would be
We
interesting,
give you tasteful
though. If you had a
choices,
Nest thermostat,
blending
you
into
had a
your homes
Chromecast,
and
you have an Android
complementing
device, and they
your
all kind of
wardrobes.
sync together to
More
give you the
than
same
choice.
visual.
We uniquely tailor
I see
you're
you
right,
wearing
Jason.
flower prints today. Would you like everything to reflect that?
beyond
You must really
light
like
and
flowers.
dark,
Here.
a mode for every mood.
Mode
Jason,
for
that
every
becomes a
mood.
really interesting brand thing.
Yeah.
The
it's
brand
totally.
is not
and
Google's
every
choice,
device.
but is the fact that you had
Material
control
You
over all
comes
that. That's
first
Right.
interesting.
to Google Pixel this fall, including
This fall.
all of your favorite
fall.
Google apps. And over the following year, we will continue our vision, bringing it to the web, Chrome OS, wearables, smart displays, and all of Google's products.
So that really.
Material You is
Yeah.
a way to design differently.
Watch.
We
Look at
can't
that, a
wait
watch.
to see what
Yeah.
brings you joy and what you find beautiful. Next are the details of Android 12. Beyond the redesigned widgets and your material palette, Samir will show you our most personal OS ever.
Okay, here we go. Jason time.
I'm excited. I'm excited that it shows that they've been working on kind of pulling the rug out from this standard. You know, what was the last version that they did? The major update was that Android 6, or like 6 later, and it's very similar to what it was then. And so it's time.
You know what I want? I want it to be like blog templates where I could take Jason's template. Jason could sell me a template that I like.
You'll want to take mine. Mine's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm
Jeff.
sure. I'm absolutely sure. The flowers. I will love the flowers. I know it.
So we're seeing a little montage of Android 12 look and feel.
Yeah, I like it.
Design elements. I do like it.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Samir Samad is Vice President of Product Management, has been for 5 years at Google.
Friend of the network.
Hi, everyone.
We've interviewed him.
It's great to be back live at Google I/O. What you just saw was a peek into the biggest design change to Android in years. And we're going to go through all of it. But first, I wanted to share some exciting
How much time
news
do
with
you have?
Yeah.
Just this
You
week,
got about 40
we
minutes.
crossed an amazing milestone. There are now
I think we're not going to see a
3
Pixel 6
billion
at this point.
active Android devices around the world.
Take that, Apple.
This would never have been possible without
we did
the
hear the
entire
hint in the
Android
Pixel coming in the
ecosystem.
fall, which it's not like
But
that's new information.
there's so
That's
much
usually
more
when
to
the
do.
Pixels hit. But
And Android 12 is one of our most ambitious releases ever. There are 3 big themes that we're focused on. First, smartphones are deeply personal, and we think
letter
your
of the
phone
alphabet
should
would
adapt
this
to
be?
you, not
Candy.
the other way around.
They did Q,
Second,
right? So it's
To keep your
S?
personal information safe, the OS
Yeah.
should be secure by default and private by design. And third, we
Stickers?
want all of your devices, TVs, cars, watches, and more
S
to
gives
work
you lots of
better
choices.
together
Q was the tough
with
one.
your phone at the
Sunday.
center.
Yeah.
I'm excited to show you more. So let's start by taking a look at our new UI for Android. We've overhauled everything from the lock screen to system settings, revamping the
So
way
I
we
think
use
the color's
color,
picking up
shapes,
the
light,
wallpaper,
and motion,
right, in this?
Inspired by Material U.
that's my understanding.
Let me show you what we've done with color. We've got something new planned for Google Pixel using what we call color extraction. Think of it as 1 part art and 1 part science. Watch what happens when the wallpaper changes. Like if I use this picture of my kids actually getting along for once. I set it as my
Everything
background.
becomes that
and
color. That's really interesting.
voila. The system
But of course,
creates
it's
a
designer.
palette
That's a designer palette,
based on
so
the
it's
colors
all
in my
complementary.
photo.
Okay, that's an easier way to personalize. I like
Yes.
this. Make it this.
And by the way, it's not the first time
We
we've
use a
seen
clustering
that.
algorithm with material color targets to determine which colors are dominant, which ones are complementary, and which ones just look great together. It then applies hues across different
A
parts
lot
of
of
the
people
interface.
have rotating
In other
wallpaper,
words,
so it'd be nice to
It's
have
going to
Absolutely,
be beautiful.
to have every day you
Change
wake
all the
up.
The
time.
new
result is a
wallpaper,
one-of-a-kind
new,
design, just for
new
you.
Yeah,
color
look at that.
palette.
You'll
That's
see
beautiful,
it first
actually.
on Google
it is.
Pixel in
It
the
is.
fall.
in the fall.
But this new UI is
Oh, well.
more than a visual redesign.
I had my
Many
credit card out. I
interactions
really
have been
did.
simplified and system spaces purposefully reimagined. Starting from the lock screen, the design is more playful with dynamic lighting. Pick up your phone and it lights up
No,
the
no, no,
bottom
no,
of
no,
your
no,
screen.
no. Not dark
Press the
mode.
power button to wake up
Oh,
the
yeah.
phone instead, and
Embrace
the
it,
light
Jeff.
ripples out from your touch.
It ripples out, Jeff,
Even the
from your
clock is in
touch.
tune with you.
Even the
When you
clock.
don't have any notifications, it appears larger on the lock screen,
Oh.
so you know you're all caught up.
Oh.
Nice.
The notification
nice
shade is more
transitions.
intuitive, with a crisp, at-a-glance view of your app notifications, whatever you're currently listening to or watching, and quick settings that give you control over the OS with just a
This is
swipe
big-
and
this
a
is
tap.
big change.
Yeah.
The quick settings space doesn't just look and feel different. It's been redesigned
pretty big
to
buttons.
include Google Pay
Yep.
and home controls, while still allowing for customization, so you can have everything you need right at your fingertips. And now, you can invoke the Google Assistant by long pressing the power button, making it easier than ever to harness the power of Google. Our engineers have done some pretty amazing work on performance
what
in Android
Samsung did
12
with their power
to make
button.
all
They
the
brought it
motion
into
and
Apple does it as
animation
well.
in the UI
Yeah, yeah.
super smooth.
You could
We
change
greatly
that as a
reduced lock
default
contention
if you
in
wanted.
key
Maybe they've
system
abandoned the
services, such as
squeeze?
Activity,
Yeah.
Window, and Package Manager.
Pretty certain they
And the
have.
team also reduced the CPU time of Android's system server by a whopping 22%.
Well,
Basically,
but maybe not. I mean, this isn't about
everything's
Pixel. This is
faster.
about the Android OS.
Right.
So
there's a lot
Yeah,
to
that might
explore in
still
this
be a
new
part of the
design,
Pixel.
and I can't wait for you all to try it out. Now, the design isn't the only part of the device.
Probably a
at least
preview
talk about
today
Chrome
would be
OS.
great.
Our phones
I
hold
would be
so
super
much
surprised if
important
that didn't
information,
happen.
Yeah,
and it's
they
critical
always do that,
to
right?
keep
Yeah.
it private and secure.
usually
To tell
do.
you more about that, let me hand it off to Suzanne.
And that would certainly get developers who are excited about this stuff like
Right.
on it immediately.
Right.
They'd capitalize on that about as good as they could if they did that today. So
Hi, everyone.
VP
our
Product,
first
Android, and
device
Play
to
Security.
3 billion today, we've designed security and privacy for everyone, no matter how expensive their device is. We've built game-changing capabilities for everyone, from file-based encryption to TLS by default and secure DNS to prevent traffic tampering and data breaches.
She's an underwater photographer and citizen
since
scientist
2017,
with the
Google
Reef Check
Pixel
Foundation.
and Samsung Galaxy have continually received the
Founding
highest
member of
security rating
Google's Global Women
in
at
Gartner's
Leadership
annual Mobile OS
Organization.
comparison report.
She's also on the board of
Simply put,
Wellesley
the
and
most secure devices run
MIT.
on Android. And with Android 12, we're going even further to keep your information safe. Let's start with a common experience: granting an app access to sensitive information. Turn-by-turn directions based on your precise location are really helpful. But we recognize that this access can also raise privacy questions. To give people more transparency and control, we've created a new privacy dashboard that shows you what type of data
Been
was
at Google
accessed
for 14
and when.
years. So
This dashboard
about as long
reports
as
on
anybody.
all the apps on your phone, including all of your Google apps. And we've made it really easy to revoke an app's permission directly from the dashboard. We've also added an indicator to make it clear when an app is using your camera or microphone.
This is good. Apple does
So
this
let's
now.
take that a
and
step
it's really a
further.
good feature.
If you don't want any apps to access the microphone or camera, even if you've granted them permission in the past, we've added 2 new toggles in quick settings. So
Fantastic.
you can completely
That's
disable
very
those
smart.
sensors for every app.
Very smart.
Yep.
So those are a few examples of privacy you can immediately see. We're excited to share more on under-the-hood privacy, privacy that's baked into the heart of Android. As machine vision, speech recognition, and AI become increasingly beneficial, there are even more opportunities for the OS to be helpful. And to make it easier for everyone to embrace these new innovations, we're combining cutting-edge features with powerful privacy. You heard Jen talk about the ways we're building private by design technology. Thanks to advances here with Android's private compute core, we're able to introduce new features using our unique AI capabilities while still keeping your personal information
Private compute core.
safe, private, and local to your phone.
Local.
Android's private compute core enables things like Now Playing, which tells you what song is playing in the background. And Smart Reply.
That's
which
always been
suggests
on device,
responses
by the
to your
way.
chats
Yeah,
based
It's
on
been
your
around
Which is
for
personal
years.
amazing
reply patterns.
considering the amount of
And there's
coverage.
more to come.
Well, it's only about
later this
100,000 songs, but
And
turns
by the
out
way,
It identifies like 90%
all of the
90%
sensors
of the
on
songs
your
turns
I've
out
ever
we don't
looking
listen
at
to a
it
lot of
for.
weird songs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally.
probably
on
doesn't
your
know Yellow
device.
Gold yet.
It's isolated from the network to preserve
Someday,
your
though,
privacy.
that's how I know I've made it.
That's your
And
goal.
like the rest of Android, Private Compute Core is open source. It's fully
Wow.
inspectable
Great.
and verifiable
That's
by the
very good.
security community.
Yeah.
Android is the first commercial mobile operating system to enable technically enforced privacy like this. And this is just one of the ways we'll continue to pioneer innovation while also maintaining the highest standards of privacy, security, and safety.
There's no reason for Google not
and
to
there's a whole
be
lot more for
pushing
privacy
on
and security
privacy.
in Android 12.
Again,
which you can hear about
because
in our What's New in
they know
Android
everything they
privacy
need to
session
know
later today.
to make money.
Now,
There's
I'll
no
hand it
reason
back
for them to push
Samir
that any harder.
to talk about
right?
how we're building for a multi-device world.
Just by search
first-person
alone.
data.
Every time you search, they've got first-person data on you.
If you provide services of use, you get first-person data.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thanks,
If you make
Suzanne.
content,
That's
you don't.
That's a
Phones have
really
become
good
the
point,
center
Jeff.
of our
That's
digital
exactly
lives, and they
right.
interact
That's why
with
they
a ton
provide
of
all
other
these
devices
services.
we use on
Yeah.
a day-to-day basis.
Newspapers
Laptops,
don't.
TVs, cars, and more. This
Chrome.
next chapter of Android is focused on delightful and helpful experiences across all the devices that are connected to your phone, so that everything just works better together.
Just like Microsoft.
Let's start by looking at how your phone
This
works
is the
with your
old
Chromebook.
Android tag better
With
together.
a single tap,
What's that?
you can
been
unlock
around for a
and
while.
sign into your
Yeah, I
Chromebook
know, but it's
when
the
your
old.
phone is nearby.
This is their motto from
Incoming chat
Yeah, from
notifications
3 years
from
ago.
apps
Yeah.
on your phone are right there in
We haven't
Chrome
heard
OS.
it yet today.
And soon, if you want to share a picture, one click.
Now it
and
refers
you
to
can
Chromebook
access your phone's
and
most recent
iPhone
photos.
or Pixel phone.
As
Or
another simple
the
example,
together
let's
is
talk
all
about
of the
your
devices,
TV's
Yes,
not necessarily
exactly.
the people.
Not you and the
Yes,
phone.
right.
It's the
Code
devices
is missing,
together.
like,
Yeah.
50% of the
So
time.
this is something Microsoft's doing with
moving Night on
Samsung
track.
and other Android
We're
devices
building
with your
TV
phone,
remote
but
features
it
directly
doesn't
into
work
your
very
phone.
well.
You
Oh,
can
so
use
TV
voice
remote
search or
features in the
even
phone.
type with your phone's
And Apple, of course,
keyboard.
has continuity, which
It's
does work very well because
effortless.
it's an
For
Apple
the more
ecosystem.
than 80 million devices using Android tvOS, this will work
Yeah.
right out of the box.
Google's trying to up its game as far
And
as that's
we
concerned,
want
it seems
all
like.
of your smart devices to work together, not just those in your home, even your car. In fact, Android Auto is available in more than 100 million cars. And the vast majority of new vehicles from loved brands like Ford, GM, Honda, and more
Pretty much everybody
will
but
support
Tesla.
Android Auto wireless. No more
I remember
cords.
dying for it to come
We're
to
also
cars.
really
Yeah.
excited
Android
to
Auto
introduce
wireless
support
is great
for digital
because they
car
just
key.
get in the car and it works.
Car key will allow you to lock,
Oh,
unlock,
and this is something
start
Apple's
your
been
car,
offering as
all
well.
from your phone.
They call it
works
Car
with
Key too.
NFC and ultra-wideband
Only
technology,
BMW so
making
far
it
offering it
super
with
secure
Apple.
and
So,
easy
yeah.
to use. Just walk up to your car, step in, and away you go.
You got to get the car guys to do
And if
this.
your friend needs to borrow your car, you can remotely and securely
Same thing
share
with
your
Apple's
digital
Car
key
Key.
with them. Car Key is launching this fall with select Google Pixel and Samsung Galaxy smartphones. And we're working with BMW and others across the industry
So
to bring
you
it
got
to
your
their
BMW.
upcoming cars.
BMW again.
And
Okay,
others.
Yeah.
that was a quick look at
knows what that
Android
is.
12, 12,
offers
offers
its
its own
own
phone as key, as a key pack. And it's not as good, frankly, as
Today.
what Google or Apple would be doing.
Try it out on phones
So
from
there you go,
11
Beta 1
device
available
makers,
today.
Ah,
including
Beta 1
Google
available
Pixel,
today.